Hi everyone, it's Miss Reynolds and we're going to be looking at 4.2 adding integers notes today. So on Friday we learned all about absolute value. We learned about rational numbers, whole numbers, natural numbers, and integers. So we're going to be looking more at integers today and we're going to be adding them. So this first thing says adding using a number line, okay? And over here I would put a star. If it's positive, if you're adding a positive number, you go to the right on the number line. If you're adding a negative number, you go to the left on the number line. So let's look at this first example. 2 plus 4. I know you all know what 2 plus 4 is, but we're going to show it on the number line. So we start with the first number, which is 2. And we are adding a positive 4, so we are going to go to the right 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, putting us at positive 6. So 2 plus 4 gives me positive 6. Next example, negative 3 plus 8. We are starting at negative 3, so find that on the number line. And we are adding a positive 8, so we're going to the right 8 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Putting us at positive 5, so negative 3 plus 8 gives me positive 5. Next one, 4 plus negative 7, so we start at 4, and we are adding a negative 7, so we are going to go to the left 7 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Putting us at negative 3, so 4 plus negative 7 gives us negative 3 as our answer. Then the last one, negative 6 plus negative 5. We're going to start at negative 6. Which way am I going to go if I'm adding a negative number? I am going to go to the left 5 spots because I'm adding a negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, putting me at negative 11. So negative 6 plus negative 5 is negative 11. Next part, adding using integer chips. So if you look here, this little key shows us positive and negative. So positive chips are going to be shown with open circles. Negative chips are going to be shown with closed circles, so just fill it in. So positive is open, negative is closed. So it says right here, this is super important, a positive and a negative will cancel each other out. That means they cancel each other out, they add to give you 0. This will make more sense when we do an example. So they cancel each other out. So if I have an open and a closed, they match up with each other. They cancel each other out. All right, flip the page. All right, at the top, we have some examples. So I'm going to write up here just so we remember. Positive is an open circle. Negative is a closed circle, okay? So we have positive 5 plus positive 3. So I need to draw my chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 positive chips to represent my 5. Now I'm going to represent my 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 open circles for positive 3. And if I add these all together, I have 8 total open circles, which gives me the answer of positive 8. Next example, I have negative 6 plus negative 4, okay? So we need to draw 6 closed circles to represent negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That represents my negative 6. Now I need to do the negative 4. So I'm going to draw 4 closed circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're all closed circles, so nothing cancels out. Now we got to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't count. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So it gives us negative 10 because we have 10 closed circles. Next example, positive 3 plus negative 6. Try doing this one on your own. All right, so we're going to draw 3 open circles for positive 3. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to draw 6 closed circles for negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now we're going to cancel stuff out. Remember, a positive chip and a negative chip, they cancel each other out to equal 0. So these cancel each other out. These cancel each other out. And these cancel each other out. So there's no other open circles that can cancel these out. So now we're left with 3 closed circles, which represents the answer of negative 3. And the last one, 5 plus negative 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to represent our positive 5. Now we have to represent our negative 2 with 2 closed circles. And now we got to cancel out, leaving us with 3 open circles, which represents a positive 3. Now it asks us, can you find out the addition rules? So, looking at all of the examples, what do you think are some rules? So, if it is the same sign, so if we look at our examples at the top, right here, negative 6 plus negative 4, they were the same sign. They're both negative, so we just add them all together and keep our sign. Same sign, you add and keep. Same thing up here. Both positive numbers, so we add them together and we keep the positive sign. If we look for different signs at these 2 examples, we have a 3 plus a negative 6. These are different signs. One is positive, one is negative. So we subtract. If it's different signs, you subtract. And you keep the sign of the bigger number. So 6 minus 3 gives us 3. And we keep the sign of the bigger number. That's why it's negative 3. So to fill in our rules, it's same signs, add, and keep the sign. Different signs, subtract. How do you determine the sign? Keep the sign of the bigger number. So looking up here again, these were different signs, right? So different signs we subtract. 6 minus 3. You take the bigger number, so ignore the negative sign and just do 6 minus 3 gives us 3. But then how do we determine the sign? You keep the sign of the bigger number. So 6 minus 3 is 3. And it's negative because negative 6 is bigger. So we keep the sign of the bigger number. All right, let's do a couple examples before you go on your own. 5 plus 7, easy. They're same signs, so we add and keep. 5 plus 7 is 12. They're both positive, so our answer is positive. Negative 4 plus negative 8. Same signs. We add and keep the sign. So 4 plus 8 gives us 12. and they were both negative, so we keep the sign. Here's another one. 17 plus -3. These are different signs. One is positive, one is negative. So first thing we got to do is subtract. You take the bigger number minus the smaller number, ignoring the sign. So pretend that this negative is not in front of the 3. So 17 minus 3 gives us 14. Now to determine the sign, we keep the sign of the bigger number. 17 is bigger than 3. 17 is positive, so our answer is positive. The next one, 12 plus -8. These are different signs, so first thing we got to do is subtract. So 12 minus 8, we do the bigger number minus the smaller number, ignoring the signs. So 12 minus 8 gives us 4. So to determine the sign, we keep the sign of the bigger number. 12 is bigger than 8, so our answer is going to be positive. We're going to do one more together. 52 or -52 plus 78. These are different signs, so the first thing we have to do is subtract. So we're going to do 78 minus 52 gives us 26. Now we have to determine the sign. We keep the sign of the bigger number. So pretend that negative is not in front of the 52. Which number is bigger, 52 or 78? 78 is bigger, and it's positive, so our answer is positive. You guys try and do the last 4 on your own.